Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance, everybody. We got a juicy video about Jeremy Fee. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Christopher Belly. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a long-term boglehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And we got to talk about how Palantir is apparently the next Microsoft and Amazon when they were in their infancy. Now, let's review what Palantir does. Nobody freaking knows what Palantir does. But no, they're kind of like a software tech company, and they provide services to government entities, to help spy on people, whatever, do all sorts of crazy crap. And now they're branching off into the commercial business to, try to save businesses money, apparently. Now, that's Palantir, and we'll talk about the financials in a second. Let's compare that to Amazon and Microsoft, okay? Palantir, remember, government entities, corporations, very expensive stuff. Amazon, what does Amazon do? Well, if you haven't heard of Amazon, you're probably a freaking clown. But Amazon can deliver a package, anything you want, to your doorstep in a matter of hours or even days or even hours. Microsoft, software in literally almost every single freaking computer everywhere. These companies, Amazon and Microsoft, touch everybody's lives, and they touch them very, very well. Let's compare that to Palantir, okay? What's the comparison? Tell me how Palantir is going to be so pervasive, so dominant, that it literally pervades your everyday life. It makes zero freaking sense to say that Palantir is the next Microsoft or Amazon or Apple or whatever, okay? Companies that, grow to trillion-dollar valuations, they generally can have an impact on every person's life. They have some kind of connection to the day-to-day operations and living standards of the entire population, both domestic and overseas. That makes sense to me when it comes to Microsoft, computer software, turn on your computer, Microsoft, and Amazon. Everybody's got freaking Amazon. They got a freaking streaming business now. You compare that to Palantir, which we don't even know what it freaking does. Then they have slowing revenue growth compared to their projections, which just is applicable to government entities where they spy on people and to, helping companies, generally large businesses, save money. Could you imagine an individual person buying Palantir? Oh, well, I've been spending more than I make the last couple of months. I wonder what I could buy to help really identify ways I could save money and, help me out. Oh, I'll spend $5,000-$10,000 on Palantir software. What a freaking joke. So, of course, Jeremy LaFufu, has a video about it, where he mentions, it's basically Amazon and Microsoft in their infancy. No, Jeremy, you're a freaking moron. We all know why you're pumping Palantir, okay? Is it because you did a discounted cash flow analysis or I'm sure you did some analysis. Oh, is the revenue going up? But we all know why you're actually pumping Palantir. It's because it gets you lots of clicks, Jeremy. We know this. Can you just admit it, that you're talking about Palantir and apparently you bought a small position in it? The last I saw, you had like $10K invested in Palantir, which is a tiny fraction of your net worth. And you can use that to derive way more income from your YouTube channel, old Jeremy LaFufu. And I saw that video of Palantir. I know all about your freaking new YouTube channel, dork. This is such a freaking joke, okay? Palantir has been absolutely wrecked, and justifiably. The only good thing about Palantir was, they had really good revenue growth, and they started to become cash flow positive. And the reason they are cash flow positive now is because they have very, very high stock-based compensation expense, which is an expense on the income statement, but it's added back on the statement of cash flows because it's a non-cash expense, okay? That's the only thing that Palantir had going for it. And what recently happened to Palantir? Well, they're like, we're going to have revenue revenue growth of like, what, 30% going forever into the future. And, of course, the revenue growth slowed down pretty significantly. And a bunch of big YouTubers, decently sized YouTubers like Sasha, sold out. And Tom Nash looks like he might be reconsidering or reevaluating. And I guess Amit, I don't know if I consider him a large YouTuber. He's bigger than me. I guess he's still diamond-handing Palantir. But now suddenly Jeremy buys it. And I really think he bought it, number one, like I said, because he could derive ad revenue from talking about it. And if it goes to zero, even if it goes to zero, he'll still make more money. But number two, he might have just bought it because he's like, well, it dipped a lot. And if stocks dip, they always go back up. Or something like that. Whatever his stupid freaking logic is. Okay? Don't fall for the Palantir grift, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to speculate on it, you do whatever you freaking want. But you need to understand what you're looking at. You need to go through the financials. You need to really understand the company. And if you look at the financials and you see those massive, losses every single quarter, every single year. I mean, if you go ahead and buy that company because, I don't know, it sounds cool and exciting, then that's your freaking problem. I literally have $0. Well, okay, let me rephrase. I have VT. I need to check if VT actually has Palantir in it. It might not. But I have $0 individually invested in Palantir. And even if it crashes to like $4, $3, which it could, I'm not buying it, okay? I don't care how much it crashes because it could always crash more. You think there's this bottom to Palantir because, it was in the 20s, and now it's like, what, $7, $8? It can't go any lower. Yeah, it can. It could go to zero. I mean, I don't know if that's likely. They have a pretty good balance sheet. I'll give them that, but it could definitely go to zero at some point in the future. And you could have 100% loss potentially. So that's really your choice, ladies and gentlemen. But you got to be careful of all these people on YouTube. It's very simple what they do. They buy a position in the stock. You people think it's a lot of money because you're all poor. And they're rich and they must know something because they got a lot of ad revenue from YouTube and basically, gambled it on unprofitable trash. And they'll tell you about how amazing the company is and, they'll talk about revenue, my avenue. And they're basically a bunch of fanatics. And if you question their narrative, fine. Bunch of freaking clowns. And you could potentially lose a lot of money. So, my whole philosophy is put 5% of your money, if you want, into speculative assets. And then the rest should go into a broadly diversified index fund. I invest in VT, the global index. But that's whatever. So I hope you got something from the video, okay? Palantir is not Microsoft and Amazon or Apple or whatever when they were in their infancy, because all of those companies that I just mentioned actually affect everybody's life. They're in everybody's household. Everybody probably has a PC. Everybody probably has an Amazon Prime subscription or is ordered from Amazon. Everybody probably has an iPhone, most likely. Or not everybody, but you get my drift. And you compare that to Palantir, which is like this niche government / commercial whatever. The comparison is idiotic, okay? I'm going to buy some Palantir software to help me save on my taxes or something. I don't know. All right, talk to you later. Cheers.